Good morning, traders. Manny Cabrera here from MDC Trading Academy with today's pre-market forecast for Friday, April the 22nd. News reports to keep an eye on today at 9:45. It's our Flash Manufacturing Services, or PMI. Careful with this report. It tends to come out a lot sooner than 9:45. Typically about 10 minutes before is when we start kind of looking to get out of positions, or at least not enter any positions. We quickly jump to our analysis. Jumping into our daily chart, market finds itself in a very precarious situation. It's 50% retracement, still holding strong, but we find ourselves between two rock and a hard place, between the strong resistance of the 20 SMA, the 200 SMA, the 80 SMA, and the 50 SMA acting as support. We've settled 2 days, 3 days below it. Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days in the last 7 days below the 50 SMA. So we'll see what happens there. Now, it's critical here, guys, is the blue light special. This blue line here represents the 50 SMA. That's a very, very, very well known and respected moving average for all traders, especially hedge fund managers. Blue light special, every time the market goes below there, we're expecting terrible things to happen to the downside. So market's still holding strong at the 50 SMA. We'll see what happens today. We had an increase in our volume. We're up to 1.2, and our ATR has leveled off a little bit at 77. So we have plenty of volume and good range of movement. The problem with the movement is the movement has been a little bit erratic. It's kind of grindy in one way or the other, actually in both ways, to be honest with you. But let's look at our next time frame here. Again, market, here's where we've been, trying to get above this resistance level here. This is our resistance here. We've tested this area several times. We failed. It did not hold, came back, and look at the roar of the market all the way back to this particular resistance area again. That's why it's important to understand how to develop these areas, how to determine that these are true areas. Rather than doing something subjective, it's to have an objective technical way to be able to determine these areas. This is what we do here in Mr. Trading Academy. We teach you how to read the stock market like a newspaper, but the market completely rejects that, and it just trashes all the way back down to these areas here that we were talking about, big tests. We're testing it once again. We do have lower levels to go to if the market wanted to go to about 43.57 or so. So keep your eyes open for that. Now, what are we looking for in reference to trading the market today? Because that's what it comes down to. That's the rub. We are below the intraday. We're actually dancing between the intraday low of yesterday after that huge down day. We have a resistance, we have a support, and we have a trend line here. So we have the ascending triangle expecting the market to move higher. This is our north-south line here. As long as the market uses this as support, we're anticipating continued pushes back to the top. A break above this level, obviously finding this as resistance, eventually as support and launching, is good signs to the upside. Anything below here, obviously the next test of support will be around here, and anything below there we can see a little bit of acceleration, at least to those previous low pivots that we've seen. So advice, easy with this day. Don't force a day like this. Look for deeper retracements. Make sure that your stops are placed well protected. Take care. Have a great session.